The date is August 22nd, 2021. And hopefully, the first time you ever view this video will be on August 22nd, 2025. Or no, Jesus. August 25th or 22nd, 2026. Because that's 5 years. Yeah, that's 5 years. Okay. My bad. As you can tell, you aren't very good at math. Um, but yes, hello to the future viewers of this stream and the future viewers and the future me who is probably going to view this, I would hope. Um, hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope COVID isn't a thing in 2026. Um, it's crazy to think about that I'm recording this video in 2021 and I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone even a year from now or 2 years, let alone 5 years. So, hence my tagline on the bottom, 5 years in the past. I feel like that's very appropriate for where I want this video to be. So, I kind of got this idea off Mr. Beast, to be honest. He released a video a video came out on his YouTube channel recently, where he made a video about 5 years ago, about where he wanted to be and his goals and life and where he was in life to kind of remind himself, I guess, of the past and where he came from. And I thought I would do something similar, and hopefully you all will see this when it comes out. And a friend of mine also definitely encouraged me to do this. So shout out Thomas Jens in 2026. Hopefully you're doing well and you're still around. So yeah. Yes, I am drinking a White Claw. It is late at night and I'm vibing. So why can't I do that? But anyway, a couple things I just wanted to talk about. I guess I have 5 questions for myself in the future, and feel free, future self, to be able to respond to these questions. My first question is, are you happy? My second question is, are you healthy? My third question is, just out of pure curiosity, are you in a relationship? My fourth question is this YouTube channel or is this podcast still relevant? Are you content creating? What's the deal with that? And the last question that I have for myself is, what does the future look like? What did you learn in the last 5 years? I'm interested. I'm interested to know all of these details because these are things that, I think plague all of us. When we think about the future, we think about, um, the unknown and, change, and all of these things are not going to be present anymore. So it's going to, and it's going to be interesting to see where I am in 5 years. Am I going to be farther back than I was now, or am I going to be further ahead? Or somewhere in the middle. I figure it'll probably be somewhere in the middle. I just hope that this stream or this episode doesn't come out 5 years into the future when this podcast is completely non-existent and people are like, "What the hell just happened?" That's a trip. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just to give you some context as to where I'm at 5 years in the past. Here's where I'm at. I have 45 subscribers on YouTube. I have 15 followers on TikTok. I have 92 to 93 Instagram followers. I lose one a day. So, it just keeps going back and forth with that number, trying to get to 100. And I am still on the grind fully. I've had 24 episodes of a podcast and 5 episodes of the Changavi Show, with a 6th one recording tomorrow, and potentially another podcast recording soon as well. Point being, there's a lot going on, and I'm still on the grind. I'm only about what in total 30, 31 shows deep and a couple of short episodes I've filmed as well. So I'm still new to this. This game is still very new to be conquered. And hopefully 5 years from now I have a better idea as to what I'm doing with the game and what's going on. Um with all of that. In terms of like what you're thinking about at this point, 5 years in the past, because I'm sure you would be curious. I guess I'm thinking a lot about where do I see this growing and how do I see this whole podcast growing? Because I think that when I look at the growth of my podcast or and the growth of this YouTube channel or whatever the growth is, I see so much potential, but also like in content creating, there's so much potential to fail and there's so little room for error when it comes to like wanting to make money off of this that it makes this whole proposition of creating content scary. Um, it makes it like, why would I do this if I can't make any money? But honestly, like what I've realized now, I, I'm talking like now in 2021, what I've come to the realization is that I love doing this, and I feel like even if I have a full-time job, further down the line, I feel like I'd still be doing this because this is something I genuinely love to do. And hopefully this can become my full-time job one day, or implement an aspect of this to become part of my full-time job. We'll see, of course, how this all turns out, but genuinely, like, I'm excited for the future. Like, I'm wide-eyed, I'm got my eyes open, and I just can't wait to see where this goes. Um Maybe in 5 years I'll have this dejected view of content or something like that, which is going to make this video really funny to watch in 5 years. What's crazy is I wrote a letter to myself at 18. So I feel like this is kind of like the 2 year benchmark. So we wrote letters to ourselves in high school when we were 18. And I'm sure you're going to get that letter before you get this video. So definitely see what's in that letter. See who you were at 18, and then you're going to get to see who you were at 20 when you watch this video too. So that's going to be really cool to see the full perspective of things. And I know I'm just rambling on, but that's what I tend to do now, with this whole setup. You're in your parents' house still, in your childhood bedroom. You've set up the LED lights, put up a couple posters that you could find, and just kind of run with it. And yeah, that's what this podcast has been. It's been you just recording whenever you have some time, hoping not to disrupt your parents from their beauty sleep and having fun. That's what this podcast has been so far. It's only been about 9 months since I've started. And I guess when I watch this, it'll be about 4 years and 9 months since I started, or 5 years and 9 months since I started. So that's going to be pretty crazy. To see where I'm at. I'm just curious to see like where the progress is and like where am I gonna go and like what are the decisions that I'm gonna make that take this to the next level or take this nowhere. So that's gonna be interesting. I mean, advice that I have to give to my 5 year into the future self. Um, Again, like I have thought of two possible scenarios. I think the first possible scenario is that you end up completely just, giving up content creating, hoeing out for the corporate world, and making a lot of money, but probably not being the happiest. And maybe the second solution is I end up doing this. Maybe I'm making a little less money. Maybe I'm still in my parents' house 5 years later, but maybe I'm happy. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if 5 years from now I'm going to be, here to see this video, which is crazy. So the future is it's a crazy thing. But in terms of advice that I have to give you, I hope that you're still doing this, man. I really do, Anuj. hope that you're doing this. And I hope the viewers are watching this. I hope there's more than 3 people that click on this video and are interested to see, like, wow, you recorded this 5 years ago. Look how far you've come. I hope that's what this video is reminiscent of. I hope this video isn't just, oh, look at what could have been. I hope it's, wow, look what you've become, I guess, is what I'm going for. You're recording this at 12:15 in the morning, just in your parents' bedroom on a August night, uh, on some random weekend, in 2021. And there is so much growth that you can have, and there's so much growth that's going to happen in the next 5 years, which is crazy. And I'm so excited to see what happens. And I guess the advice that I give you is just keep going, don't quit. Be open-minded, keep being your inauthentic self, and don't be afraid to be societally behind. And I guess what I mean by that is maybe your friends, in 2, 3 years will be making more money than you will. Maybe they're going to buy houses faster than you are. Maybe they're going to get into relationships faster than you are. Maybe they're going to, be just all over life faster than you are in terms of all the societal benchmarks that we have to check off. But it's fine if you're behind and you're happy and you're going at your own pace and you're creating and you're doing all of these things. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let your friends stop you. Don't let society stop you. Do what makes you happy. Be happy. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process, because to me, like, even making this video right now in 2021, like, I'm over the moon. I was looking forward to making this video all day. I worked today. I went to Scissoros. You work at Scissoros. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you came from, because even who knows, maybe in 5 years I'll still be there. But no, I I you work at Scissoros. It's the best pizza in the whole entire world. And you started at the pizzeria, and maybe you'll grind your way somewhere new in 5 years. We'll see. Maybe you'll get through college. There's just so many things that are, possible. And I'm excited for you. I'm really, really excited to see where you go and what is going to happen, because it's going to be awesome. And you just got to take this journey head on and just have fun. And it's going to be hard. I'm sure there's going to be stages where you want to quit and you want to give up podcasting. You're going to cry to your friends and say, no, I just want to quit. I'm going to go full time at some corporate job or whatever it is. Can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. You got to do what makes you happy. You got to always be humble. Remember where you came from. And be happy, I guess, is like the one thing that I genuinely hope for myself in 5 years, is that I'm happy. And it's not that I'm unhappy now in 2021. It's just I know that I can reach. I'm not satisfied, is what I'll say. I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. And I hope that maybe one day, I'm not saying in 5 years I'm going to be satisfied. I'm not saying even in 10 years I'm going to be satisfied. But hopefully you're on the road to satisfaction, is what I'll say. I think that's a good way of putting it. Hopefully you're on the road to achieving whatever it is you want to achieve right now. And maybe those goals change. Maybe there's life shit that gets in the way, and maybe there are things that change within the next 5 years, and your whole complete career goals are just, put into a crazy limbo. But whatever it is, I just hope that you are looking at yourself and asking yourself if you're happy, and asking yourself if you're doing the right thing. And as long as you trust yourself, and as long as you believe in yourself, then, oh man, this is going to be really exciting. And I cannot wait to see where you go professionally. And in terms of this podcast, I cannot wait to see where you go personally and your personal growth journey. It's going to be fun. And there's going to be a lot of new things that are going to happen within the next 5 years that, well, could very well change your life. So hopefully you're sitting on a couch in 2026, drinking some beer, enjoying the company of the people that you love and watching this video, smiling at the 21-year-old self that, or 21-year-old self that Anuj is right now, who is trying to make it and trying everything in his power to be there, um, and to be at a stage where I could potentially, you know, make this a living. So this is you 5 years ago. Hopefully, 5 years later, you make another video of just how great this whole situation is. But to the viewers, 5 years from now, subscribe to the channel. Shit doesn't change there. You better subscribe to the channel. You better follow me on Spotify at Essential Question Podcast. If TikTok still exists, follow me at Essential Question Pod. You know the vibes. But yes, I'm 5 years in the past, and I'm signing off. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Little look into the past. Little look into community college Nuge. Little look into your old setup, the old vibes. Hopefully, you're still a Warriors fan and Steph we trust, baby. Um, and yeah, that's all. That's all really I have to say to my future self. And I better cut this video before mom and dad start yelling at me. But yeah, I I sure as hell hope that things are going well with you, bud. And can't wait to see this video in 5 years. Okay, I'm out. Excuse the low production quality, recording off your laptop camera. Hopefully, maybe that's better. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens in 5 years. I'm so excited. Okay. Peace out from your parents' house in the South Bay. I'll catch you on the flip side.